Hey everybody, we're back at it again. We have some palm and we have some leftover Simply Lemonade with our spaghetti. Yo, I didn't realize that we were out of spaghetti noodles and I had to use these gluten-free ones, so I think they look kind of bonk. That's just me, so I sauced it up for you guys. Don't even slightly complain that this is not a lot of sauce because the noodles were really dry. Bubba, I'm gonna have to give you a bone. Please go lay down. Yeah, this is so much. Okay. So I was thinking about all the stories that we could talk about today. And there's this one that's just been, oh my gosh. I gotta talk to you guys about Limerence. All right, first bite. Oh my God. So saucy. The noodles are not where it's at today. It has no flavor, which is why I loaded up the sauce so hard. So this is mostly gonna be like sausage and garlic bread. Okay, so have you guys ever been fired for something that you did or said? Or not even intentional? Because I work with this doctor, right? Who just does a bunch of like, just gets away with everything. I'm like, if I ever said that to anybody, I would just be fired in a heartbeat. Sometimes you just gotta drink it out of the jug. Or just people saying shit that just like, you really just think like, did you really say that to me? Well, okay, I'm all over the map right now. I'm like talking about different things, but it kind of segues to the original story I was telling you about. Limerence. Limerence is an obsession that you develop for somebody. It is based off a fantasy that you made up in your head of who you want them to be, not who they actually are. And usually people with CPTSD or PTSD suffer from, I don't say suffer, but they experience limerence. And your girl's been through some limerent days. But the times where it worked out, it never went how I saw it in my head. And it's like a be careful what you wish for. Noodles are tasteless. So, when I was 16 and a half, turning 17, I had this crush on the neighborhood cop that would come into the store that I was working at. I mean, at the time he was a lot older. He was over 21. So I just really didn't feel like I had a shot in the dark. I mean, he was an Italian stallion. I thought he was so attractive, honestly. Like, he just looked like a Italian god. Like a Greek god, you know? Hercules, you know what I mean? And nothing ever like happened, but, well, in the beginning. But I was always like looking out for him. And we kind of developed like a flirty rapport. But to be honest with you, I kind of thought this guy was out of my league at first. But like, I was a bad little bitty at like 16. Like, I still am, y'all, but like 16 hit dead press. So obviously like the age and like the fact that he was a cop and I was just a cashier working at the neighborhood Barget. You guys, it turned out that one of the friends that I went to high school with, just an acquaintance, her sister's friend was dating him, who was also named Lauren. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh, now I really don't have a shot in the dark. Or he's gonna have to call me by my middle name, because you can't be dating the people with the same name. Like, you could, but it would just be weird. I'm gonna call this guy Vale. Okay, so then I think I was like 17, because then I worked there for like a year and a half, and then I turned 18, and I remember like telling him like, yo, it's my birthday, blah, 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 you know? I don't even remember the part where it transitioned, but the second I turned 18, he invited me to go to the gym, because he was such a gym rat. I know, go figure. Chicago Italian Stallion. He would just like walk around like this, like big chested, he was like totally not my type, okay? But I was obsessed, yo. Like I thought about being with him. I was really creepy and like saved a napkin of his, okay? I don't want to hear it. I would judge me too, okay? My friend George to this day still makes fun of me for that shit. What was funny to me was I thought this guy was so objectively attractive, and then after I got with him, people were like, oh, he's not even that hot. Okay. I mean, he was really tan. He was like borderline leathery, you know what I'm saying? So he invites me to the gym, woo woo woo. And then one day I remember we were in his car and we started making out. And we dated for like not even a month. But I remember my late brother was getting married, and I invited him to the wedding, and he was so excited to go. But then when he got there, they're like, this guy looks old as hell. Like, he was 24, but he looked like he was in his 30s. And my whole family was just so creeped out. Like, he just didn't mesh with them, and it was just a bad decision on my end. Like, I shouldn't have done that, but that was really the starting point where it was like kind of awkward. Like, what if he's doing with her? Like, she's way too young for him, you know? It's so crazy how the ages change, like, as you get older. Obviously, the ages change as you get older, but how before I was like too young for things, and now it's like I'm older. I can do whatever I want, whatever I want. Well, with Jonathan, you know what I mean. Anyway, focus, Lolo. Let me tell you where shit pops off, okay? Now, at this point, I had graduated high school and I was a freshman in college. No, I think I was still in high school. Because I was going to see the psychiatrist, the first psychiatrist I ever went to go see from high school bullying, because my parents were so worried about me, yet they wouldn't let me transfer. I gotta talk to you about my therapy experiences because they're all a joke. But this one, yeah. So, one day me and Val are messing around, right? We never actually did the deed, but it was just a lot of foreplay. So when I swear to God, it's like a Sex in the City fucking like scene. I think this actually did happen in Sex in the City, okay? Sex in the City of Chicago, okay. So one day we're messing around, and he pushes me off, and he looks me dead in the face, and he's like, "Are you like this with every guy?" Bro. And then I told that story to my psychiatrist, and you know what she said? Do you know what she said? Yeah. But what was ironic when she said that was I never even told her like any stories of me being with anybody. Like she just assumed, or she was making a generalization that like every girl's like that with like every guy. But I should have just treated his ass like it's just shoulda, coulda, woulda. I would have been like, "Are you like this with every girl?" And I don't even remember what I said. I don't think I said anything because I was just like, "Yeah, but you're special." But honestly, like I was just like, I really liked him. So to like bring up as a woman in society, like growing up, like these men, these boys hold you so accountable for your past indiscretions when you don't know who you are and you're trying to like find your place in the world and like trying to be accepted by these men, and you think when you're young in an immature mentality that being physical is what's gonna make them like you. It's not an excuse, it really is just my perspective. Like, but I really wasn't like that with everybody, but I wasn't. And it was just such an introspective question. I'm just like, damn. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't mean you're not special. Oh, do I look like a how? Psychiatrist? I should work out on that bitch then. I'm like, yeah, you're not special. I do this with every guy. How can you even ask a question like that? I mean, like, no, and then you think I'm lying. Yeah, then you're not special. But I was like, damn. You kinda got me. And then, after that, it just immediately went to shit. But it felt weird, you know, like, he had his own place. You know, I'm still a baby. I'm, like, a freshman in college. So, I was just, you know, life on the fast track, shit. So my Limerence obsession just went to shit right away. Like after I obtained the thing that I was obsessing over, and it did not go according to plan. He was not who I thought he was. I was just like, oh, I just like this guy because he was attractive. But everyone's like, dude, he's not even that hot. Like that's weird. Real ironic, because considering, unbeknownst to you, I know a mutual friend, 6 degrees of separation, that you dated another girl named Lauren, and he would call me, what would he call me? Like, nickname for Lauren. It was like, Lore. And I'm like, I know you called the other Lauren Lore. You know what, guys? The British slang for Lauren is Lozza. I was so taken aback when I heard that. I'm like, ew, Lozza? L-A-Z-Z-A, Lozza? Like, Plaza? But then it kind of grew on me. I'm like, should I just go by Lozza? I don't know, y'all. I think I'm pretty content with my name. I'm going through the legal process of changing it. Oh, but yeah, so when you say fuck shit and then that's what happens, I was also going to tell you how the doctor I work with tells me almost every day that he's going to kill me, jokingly. But I've legit gotten fired over saying that figuratively before about somebody that I worked with. So we're unethical. He also is such like, he's kind of like a creepy Mr. Bean, like more creepy. But he's, I don't know, like, I don't not like him, but he is a creep. I think most, if not all, chiropractic men that I met are creepy. Because they're just touching bodies all day. So this one girl who started with us, a patient, she's like, I'm not coming back. And he's like, oh my God, I hope I didn't say something. Guilty by omission. And it turned out like the owner of the place like found out when I called him, like, why'd you say that comment? While he was rubbing this white cream that's like vapor rub on her back, he's like, he spilled some of it and he's like, it's a guy thing. And then he really tried to spin it and be like, no, I didn't mean it like that. It just means like guys are messy. And I'm like, you be getting away with a lot of shit, bro. It's just funny because, like I said, if I were to ever say anything like that, my ass would be like, goodbye. I have to tell you guys all the stories of my love life and my job life and what I've experienced. It's so cringe and crazy. Like, really? I just felt like a victim for so long. Like, I've had watching my old videos and me like talking to myself, talking to you guys, and like, man, she lives in the past. Like, she's a victim. Like, she tries to act like the victim mentality, but it's a preconditioning, y'all. And I'm very self-aware enough to not only create my channel, watch myself, and critique myself, but just do better and be better. So I'm trying to let go of the past, and how I do that is by talking about it. And I do it by talking out loud to myself and talking to y'all, because a dumbass therapist, no offense to any therapists out there, they have not been helpful. Like, and most of the time they just tell you that you already know. They're like, oh, cool, I'm paying you $150 for you to tell me that sucks. I'm paying you $150 an hour for you not to know what gaslighting is. Did you not go to Psychology 101? Let's see your credentials. Palm is so good. You guys, go to Costco and get you a big palm. I swear to God, I hear the Chicago accent. It's kind of like New York, but it's more like instead of All right, y'all. I am done. This was disgusting. We're gonna do a redo next time with better nudes. Okay? It's just better nudes all day. Bye.